My dear, let me tell you something important today. The world today moves very fast, faster than it ever has before. Everywhere you look, people are rushing. Rushing to work, rushing to succeed, rushing to prove something, and somehow, without even realizing it, many of us have started to believe a dangerous idea. That rest is laziness. That slowing down means we are falling behind. That if we stop moving for even a moment, we might lose our place in the world. So we keep pushing ourselves, even when we are tired, even when we are overwhelmed, even when our minds and bodies are quietly begging for a break. But what if the truth is the opposite of what we've been told? What if rest isn't weakness at all? What if rest is actually healing? The quiet exhaustion. Look around you. Most people today are exhausted, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and sometimes even spiritually. People wake up tired. They move through the day on autopilot. Coffee becomes survival. Sleep becomes something we sacrifice, and the strange part is, many people feel guilty for needing rest. They apologize for being tired. They push themselves harder. They tell themselves things like, I'll rest when everything is done. I just need to get through this week. Next month will be easier, but next week becomes next month. And next month becomes next year. And the rest that we promised ourselves never truly arrives. What lies have you learned? Somewhere along the way, society started celebrating constant productivity. Working late became impressive. Being busy became a status symbol. People proudly say things like, I only slept 4 hours, working non-stop. I haven't taken a day off in months. And strangely, we admire this. We treat exhaustion like a badge of honor. But the human body was never designed to live this way. The human mind was never meant to operate without pause. Our brains need stillness. Our bodies need recovery. Our hearts need quiet moments when nothing is demanded from them. Without rest, something inside us slowly begins to break. What happens without rest? When people go too long without resting, the signs begin to appear. First, it's small things. Trouble focusing, feeling irritated for no reason, losing motivation for things that once brought joy. Then the exhaustion deepens. Sleep doesn't feel refreshing anymore. Simple tasks feel overwhelming. Even things you used to love start to feel like burdens. This is not laziness. This is not weakness. This is burnout. And burnout is not a failure of character. It is a signal from your body, a signal saying you have gone too far without caring for yourself. What rest actually does, rest is not simply the absence of work. Rest is where healing happens. When you rest, your brain begins organizing the chaos of your thoughts. Memories settle. Stress hormones decrease. Your nervous system slowly shifts from survival mode back into balance. Your body repairs small damage that builds up during long days of effort. Your muscles relax, your breathing deepens, your heart rate slows. Even your creativity begins to return. Many people notice something interesting after they truly rest. Solutions appear, ideas come back. Problems that once felt overwhelming suddenly become clearer. This happens because the mind works best when it is allowed to breathe. Rest gives your mind that space. Do you struggle to rest? If rest is so important, why do so many people struggle to allow themselves to do it? Part of the reason is fear. When people slow down, silence appears. And in silence, emotions that were pushed aside begin to surface. Stress, sadness, loneliness, uncertainty. Sometimes staying busy feels easier than facing those feelings. But avoiding rest does not make those emotions disappear. It only buries them deeper. True healing often begins when we allow ourselves to pause long enough to feel what we've been carrying. Rest creates the space where that healing can begin. Tonight, try to slow down. Rest does not always mean doing nothing. Sometimes rest is simply changing your pace, going for a slow walk without rushing, sitting quietly with a cup of tea, turning off notifications for a while, looking at the sky, breathing deeply, allowing your mind to wander without pressure. These small moments may seem insignificant, but over time, they become powerful. They remind your nervous system that it is safe to relax. They remind your mind that life is not only about achieving and producing. Life is also about experiencing, feeling, being present. You do not have to earn your right to rest. Your worth is not measured by how exhausted you are. You are not valuable only when you are productive. You are valuable because you are alive, because you are human. Humans are not machines. Machines can run endlessly. Humans cannot. And that is not a flaw. That is simply the nature of being alive. Movement and stillness, work and rest. Without balance, even the strongest person eventually collapses. If you have been feeling tired lately, really tired, this may not be a sign that something is wrong with you. It may simply be a sign that you have been strong for too long without a pause. Maybe your body is asking for something simple. A moment to slow down, a moment to breathe, a moment when nothing is expected of you. Because rest is not the enemy of progress, in many ways. Rest is what makes progress sustainable. Rest is where healing begins. And sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is simply allow yourself to stop for a while. But with balance, people thrive. My dear, if this message touched your heart today, please give this video a like. It helps more souls find their way here. And if you haven't already, subscribe and join our circle of wisdom. Share this with someone you care about, someone who might need a gentle reminder that they are not alone. Until next time, take a deep breath, honor yourself, and carry this calm with you.